my goodness. I went into this movie not knowing anything except that it was based on a true story, and I didn't know anything about the real life incident as well. And I was so taken aback by how powerful, beautiful, gut-wrenching and horrifying the movie was. Welcome back visionaries to my latest video. This will be my review for Society of the Snow. So here's a quick plot synopsis. Based on the true life story, a rugby team was flying from Uruguay to Chile, and on the way there, the plane crashes into this snowy place surrounded by Alps. So the movie focuses on the survival of these passengers. Let's start with the good first, because there's a lot of good things in this movie. The themes. There are a lot of excellent themes in this movie, from friendship, hope, survival, determination to cannibalism, love, sacrifice, family, death and life, and so much more. And they do not feel forced. It flows very naturally in the story. All the topics and themes are well realized. One thing about many modern movies, Rebel Moon for example, is that they have too many ideas and themes to tell in a short period of time that the story feels very contrived and forced. There is no natural flow in these movies. Here, in this movie, Society of the Snow, it does have a lot of ideas and themes, but it feels very natural because these themes and ideas explored in the movie are very grounded human ideas. And the movie is about a real life incident that talks about a very human struggle. So they mesh in very well. Props to the writers for this, how the story flows smoothly. See, if you have a story where the themes, ideas, topics flow very smoothly, you wouldn't be having problems like plot contrivances or plot holes, which is a problem plaguing many modern movies today. This movie has none of those. Let's talk about the characters. These are really well fleshed out characters. They are very grounded as well. That's probably because these are actual real people, and that probably helped the character writing very well. I cared and rooted for all the characters or survivors of this plane. I didn't even know some of the characters at all, but I still rooted for them. I didn't know some of them because there were 40 passengers and 5 crew members before the crash. After the crash and as the movie progressed, numbers were descending, but there were still many characters in the movie to focus on, so they didn't touch on all the characters as much. However, I still cared for them. All the actors did an incredible job playing their characters. The acting was stellar throughout the cast. Then let's talk about the idea explored in this movie, the main idea. It's just as the movie title says, the survivors of the plane crash create a society in the snow surrounded by Alps. I really dug how the society here was created. I got the sense of human progression of society, but at a smaller scale. There's a medic, a leader, a traveler to search for food and ways to escape, a technician, a map expert and things like that. Them putting all their minds and skills to work together and coming up with solutions to live. That's what I really liked most about it, how they get their food, keep themselves warm, help one another and all that. It really reminds me of Lord of the Flies a bit, which I also really loved. Then let's talk about cinematography. The movie is beautifully shot. The usage of lighting and size really reinforced the idea of the scene. There are, for example, wide angle shots taken from drones up high in the sky, showing the size of tiny humans stuck in the giant landscape of snow, showing how there's no escape and reinforces the idea of hopelessness. Another shot would be the clouds. Sometimes the clouds look like they are creeping on to you to get you. Or maybe that's just me. And there is one shot where there is sufficient light on Numa's face at the beginning. Numa is a character in this movie, by the way. And then his face turns away to complete darkness with the shadow covering his entire face to show his hopelessness once again. Truly horrifying shots. But there are also a lot of beautiful shots because sometimes the cinematography with the sun shining down and all that was very beautiful. I wish I could elaborate more on these scenes, but I feel like it will be a spoiler, so I'm not. Drawbacks, like everything in this world, there's nothing perfect. So I had one tiny drawback with this, and that is the perspective. Look, I really like what they did, the perspective here. Majority of the film is in Numa's perspective, but I wished they could have shown more from the perspective of other characters in this movie as well. That would be really amazing. In conclusion, it's beautiful and horrifying, a powerful true life story, one that everyone has to watch. I'm going to give this film a 9.5 out of 10. If you like this video, click the like button if you want to see more subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time. Guys, always the best.